Welcome to the brand new cycling series which pits the pros against the masses and which takes the excitement of track cycling to the people. It's Street Velodrome. The first round of this year's series takes place here at the Manchester Bike and Triathlon Show. According to organisers, they're going to transform it into a heart-pumping theatre of action. Let's find out if they're right.
It's really good fun. It's going to be tough racing, flat out, sprint after sprint, and then you have to be so careful around the corners.
Street Velodrome is a concept that takes track cycling, shrinks it down physically on a pop-up velodrome and compresses all the racing into a few action-packed minutes of drama. It requires power and, all importantly, technique. Here's your race commentator, Carlton Kirby.
It's the MPORA Street Velodrome, Manchester. Individual pursuit distilled into a potent mix of adrenaline, power, poise and sheer determination. The crowds love it, the riders love it. It's head-to-head knockout competition, indoors or out. A heady mix of age groups, seniors versus youngsters, amateurs versus pros. The best technique wins. It's all about the corners, and they come very quickly on a track that's just 75 metres in length if you follow the white lines. The preliminaries are not the end of it, with the lucky losers getting a chance to go again. The crowd also have a chance to vote for their favourite rider. If you're popular enough, you get a lifesaver wild card and you ride on. The corners and technique in them is absolutely where this is won or lost.
I'm here with Nicole Cook, world and Olympic champion. Road racing was your thing, Nicole. Tell us what you think of the setup today.
Oh, the Street Velodrome setup is fantastic. It's something that anyone can try. So you don't need all the equipment. You don't particularly need, a sporting background, because it's so short, it's so explosive that it's just a case of getting out there and whipping around those corners, sprinting to the line, whipping around the corners again. I'm really looking forward to just the head-to-head racing when you've got two people going round and seeing that sort of intensity of competition in such a short event. It is going to be really nice to see cycling going to more people and more people hopefully falling in love with cycling.
And the man behind it all is Carl Thompson, the Street Velodrome series director.
Carl, what on earth led you to come up with this idea?
Well, like millions of others, during London 2012, I was captivated by the track cycling. And year after year, it proves to be one of the most popular televisual forms of cycling. And yet, ironically, it's one of the least accessible. So that's literally what we've tried to do, is make track cycling accessible, and it can pop up anywhere. There is a bike handling element. It's not just about the power in the legs. So some people are really fast down the straights, but they lose loads of time because they misjudge their turning or their braking. And yet the other guys, the BMX guys, actually, they are amazing. If you watch those, they just whip that bike around. It's absolutely amazing to watch.
Corner technique is absolutely vital to success. Get your lines wrong and the corner will beat you more than your opponent. It is mixed competition, professionals versus amateurs, seniors versus juniors, and anything can happen. A case in point, in the preliminaries, a 16-year-old Monica Jews taking on Ella Redhead, who saw this racing on Twitter, got in touch and got an invite. She describes herself as very much an amateur enthusiast.
He's really, really tough. Because he's not very far, you think, oh, he's easy, can do I've probably done about 10 laps and I'm sweating, I'm out of breath, but he's brilliant, he's really, really good. No, we bought bikes before Christmas and we've been on about 6 bike rides.
So you are fresh as?
Pre-amateur. I think when I was younger I was fearless, but I think the fear is actually showing as I get older. I can imagine as a child flying around there, just not caring, but yeah, it does give you a bit of a wobble because it's quite steep.
The line beckons. It's a daunting moment for anyone, let alone a youngster.
Quite different from the track as I normally ride, because the bankings are quite narrow, but it gives the same feeling. Like if you get higher, you get a slingshot off it, so it's the same kind of feeling from it, but it's now a lot narrower. I hope to win, because I go into every competition wanting to win, and for my teammates as well.
Monica riding in the colours of Champion System against Ella in the red of Club Roost.
Blue station, you ready? 3, 2, 1.
And away we go. Big pull on the handlebars, and it's the line into the curves that count. Nice and smooth is the way to go. Slight wobble on the front for the youngster. Oh, it's a charge down situation though, with just 0.16 between them after the first lap. This is going to be closer than many would have thought. Oh no, 3/4 of a second already. Both of them are shaky, one taking a short line through the other, the high line. Oh, and maybe a little bit too high that time by. They'll have to get bike control sorted out if they're going to nail this one, but right now it's Monica that's in the lead, and by something of a country mile here, over 3 seconds. Oh my goodness, almost let go into the barriers, held on, crosses the line for victory.
Wow.
Well, a super piece of determination, you've got to say, and Monica victorious and affords herself a little wry smile. This was the point where it could have all been thrown away. Youthful exuberance, perhaps. Maybe a little bike handling skills as well. Not very conventional, but it worked. Victory, however it comes, always sweet.
A lot different, and I just wanted to go really quick. I had a bit of a wobbly one on the corner, but all's good now, so I'm glad I won.
I don't even remember what happened, to be honest. I was just like pedaling as quickly as I could and just hoping I didn't fall off.
Opening their account for the men, Lewis Kesterton for Team GHP, 16 years of age, a BMX specialist. He's up against Pete Williams of Haribo Beacon, 6 times a Tour of Britain competitor, and on paper, the favourite. This event, though, is a great leveller and no respecter of past performance. It's very much about the now. Now the sting in the tail at every corner is the catch zone, marked by waspish yellow and black lines. Find yourself caught here and you are toast. Out of the competition. Pete waves. Bye-bye. Dylan Byrne then. Elite under-23 road racer for Champion System in the yellow, up against Ross Sharp, another 16-year-old BMXer. Big men sometimes have trouble in the curves. Let's see how they go. It's about getting the power into the back wheel as well and choosing your line. Oh, and that was awful. Back wheel slide right from the very beginning. And just look at the gap almost immediately, nearly 2 seconds, and it's going to be worse. The quickest catch we've seen today inside the first lap. Oh, and it's almost embarrassment prevailing here. My goodness, they ride on out of shock as much as anything else, but it's all over. Ross wins. Dylan Byrne brings a lot of reputation here.
I got whooped by a little kid, a lot younger than me, and it's pretty embarrassing.
So, what was the secret to that pace?
Just go as fast as I can all around the corner, then crank as fast as you can down the straight and try not to brake.
How much is about instinct and how much is about actual skill?
I don't. You need a lot of skill in this because you got to be able to do the corner, but you also got to be confident in to do it. And if you're not confident, you're not going to do it right.
It's not really about the power. It seems to be poise, body weight, possibly a factor. The youngsters with an early advantage in terms of bragging rights so far. Libby Smith is the youngest competitor here, just 14 years of age and chock full of confidence. She rides for Team GHP and is hoping to mirror her divisional success in BMX, where she finished 7th in the Worlds.
Because like some of the elders are like saying that they're scared and like that they fall off, and I was like, if you fall off, you fall off.
And the grandfather of the competition is Mitch Goff. He's 49, and like the rest of us, he's getting older every day. So says his son Warwick, who's also here.
I truly feel fantastic. It's exhilarating, tiring, but that might be age, I suppose. But it is really, really, really tiring, but fantastic fun.
The popular vote counts for a lot here. The crowd had their say. Warwick bowed out as Dad got a crowd pleaser pass to ride on. Next up, Anna Glowinski, part of the Street Velodrome guest team, mountain biker and cycling apparel designer.
What skills have you got that you're going to bring to the track?
What skills do I have? Enthusiasm, does that count as a skill? A desire to win?
Firefighter Tammy Morell-Napton avoiding the catch but beaten by Anna by a handsome margin. Beautifully taken curves, the secret of Glowinski's progress through the competition. Ride high, you get a slingshot, but you have to stay smooth. Too low is too slow. Your choice. What you need, though, is commitment.
I think it's going to be about sort of guts and skill.
Next up, she takes on her friend and fellow mountain biker Maxine Philby. She moved rapidly through the preliminaries, putting out Monica Dews along the way. This former jockey riding for Cycle Chilterns.
I'm kind of proof that anyone can get into cycling and get to a high level, especially women. So yeah, if someone's sort of sat on the sofa thinking, oh, that looks quite good, yeah, get in it, you know, and you're never too old to have a go, and everyone's really passionate and welcoming.
The women's competition has equal billing with the men throughout this entire series, and some fascinating duels there were. It's very much an open competition.
I race across all disciplines. I do a bit of road, I do a bit of track, I do a little bit of mountain biking. I'm not really an expert at any of them, but I do a little bit of everything.
Anna and Maxine faced each other early in round 3. They ride together in the hills as friends. Here, they are the best of enemies. It was so closely fought that the beaten rider was always going to progress as one of the fastest losers on this track.
Just throwing it in there and not be afraid to let the bike move underneath you. And obviously the red racing mist that comes down, I think that will be of benefit.
Again, it's corner lines that count, something that seems to come naturally to both mountain bikers. In the end, there was never going to be much between them, just one bike length to be precise.
I'm kind of a bit trembly actually, but good, buzzing.
One man who seems to be on rails here is Ross Sharp. He's taken some very big scalps already, and he's not finished yet. Ross has got the smoothest launch in this competition. He's a pick and mix rider, and he's made his selection.
I've been cycling for a while, but I've done different disciplines throughout. So I've done a bit of road cycling, I've done a bit of velodrome, but I've mostly done BMX racing, and I think it's the best one out of them all that I've done.
And so the battle of the BMXers saw Ross Sharp up against Lewis Kesterton, meeting for the first time, but again so competitive they were destined to come together once more later on. Next to fall to Ross was veteran Mitch Goff, suffering a catch in round 3, another scalp. Right now, Ross just can't stop smiling. Lee Grattan took on the amateur rider from Haribo Beacon, Simon Wiles. Lee likes a mountain to climb. Here, he's climbing through the rounds.
Well, I'm a cross-country mountain biker, so I've been doing that for the last 3 years. So this is a bit away from that, but it's sort of helped me out because the berm corners are not far from what we're used to. So it's sort of reliable, relatable sort of thing. So yeah, it's good.
Lee seems to struggle in the launch, but makes up ground well over the laps, proving that the BMX boys will not have things all their own way here. Lee taking another victim, South African road pro Steve Smith. No catch, but a big gap at the line.
I'm going to count on my little legs to pull me through.
Medals starting to loom large in everyone's minds. It's semi-finals time. Ross Sharp from Club Roost up against Lewis Kesterton from Team GHP. It's the rematch. Lewis here as one of the fastest losers. Can Ross do the double? Will Lewis get revenge? Big pull on the bars from both of them. In fact, both bikes going backwards into the first 2 curves. They're almost matched. First split coming up. Oh, and it's Kesterton that has the lead right now. Here's the full lap time. Oh, we got a change. Ross Sharp takes over. Oh, Sharp riding as well. Just look at his body form. He keeps himself very, very low. He's super smooth. He switches round like a demon. The BMX superstar that he is. And just look at the gap. It's starting to increase here. Oh my goodness, we're heading for a full second. And when you've got this sort of talent here, you know you've got a winner who truly deserves it. And he does. What about that? We've said it before, it's about the curves, and just look at the body form when you're in the zone. One man, head and shoulders below the rest. He's a BMXer. Can they be beaten?
Well, the early stages of the competition here in Manchester have certainly been fast, furious and full of rivalry, as youth, experience and different disciplines of cycling all go head-to-head. It's still anyone's competition. Join us after the break to find out who'll be crowned champion.
Welcome back to the MPORA Street Velodrome, Manchester. It's finals time with some precious metal to tempt the brave here at the Bike and Triathlon Show.
What do you think of the action so far, Nicole? It's pretty exhilarating, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just flat out. They're quick off the line, they're blasting around the corners and they're going every way to the line. It's incredible.
Time for the men's bronze medal ride-off. Lewis Kesterton up against Mitch Goff, who received the wild card to be here. Goff Senior benefiting from a lifesaver vote from the audience. Another chance, another youngster. Would it be another exit for Daddy Goff? Sadly for him, the answer was yes. MG is no more, suffering a catch, and fourth place it was. Bronze to Lewis. So Team GHP, greedy for medals, a bronze already in the bag. Could it possibly be another? Next up, the women's bronze medal ride-off. Libby Smith, also a spectator wildcarder, taking on Adele Tyson-Bloor. This is about the battle between youth and experience. Adele Tyson-Bloor of Champion System, Libby Smith, diminutive in form, but an absolute assassin when it comes to this track. Here we go.
Red station, are you ready? Blue station, are you ready?
Nervous times, the launch absolutely crucial. It's your first drive into the corner that counts, and of course how smooth you take that line. Follow it and you should be okay. First split. Oh, Libby Smith is in the lead here. Oh, and it's ragged from Adele Tyson-Bloor. Well, she went round like a hexagon and now she's shortcut the corner. This is heading the way of the youngster and she's loving this. Ride it home and take your prize. Libby Smith, absolutely dominant, has been throughout. That was just about as easy as it gets. Bronze medal it is then to Libby Smith. Surely she has to be delighted with her progress throughout this competition. She has been majestic. Well, for somebody so young, she has a real old head on her shoulders, it appears. So cool in competition.
I didn't get the start I wanted to, but then I made it up round the track.
It's men's final time. There's a gold medal up for grabs here. Ross Sharp up against Lee Grattan from Cycle Chilterns. Ross, the youngster, just 16 years of age, and this man, Lee the mountain biker, always gets a bad start but makes up ground. Can he possibly catch Ross? Here we go then. This is the big one. Big pop out of the old cheeks from the young man. Ross Sharp has been an absolute demon here. Lee Grattan, he has an upright start and seems to take his time to get power into the legs. Let's see how they roll, shall we? This is what it's all about. There's some glory. Well, it looked like a hint of a false start, but we'll let them get away with that. The commissaires will probably have a look at it later. Bang, bang, and it's Ross Sharp that's in the lead, and hardly surprising. 0.4, and he nearly doubles it in one lap. Unbelievable. Oh, the pace that this young man is carrying is outstanding, and there's no catch-up here for Lee Grattan. He's been found out big time by the man who has bossed every single one of the races he's contended here. It may well be a lapping. Oh, no need. 3:45 in the end, the margin of victory. Absolutely superb. Oh, he knew it was all over.
Oh, dear me. Well, yeah, it sort of went to plan at the start. Got a good start, and then cracked on the first corner, and then it was uphill battle from there. I give it everything I had, but unfortunately got beat. But happy days. It's been a good day, and if somebody said at the start you could take silver, I'd be over the moon with that. So yeah, can't complain. Oh, he was like grease lightning. Yeah, he's. Yeah, kids these days, they don't make them like they used to. As I was trying harder, I was making more mistakes, and he was keeping it fluid, and yeah, all the things I should have been doing really, but no, live and learn, fair play.
feel really good that I've won it. It's been a good day. I was just come up yesterday, had a few goals. I wasn't really expecting anything at all. And to get goals, really good.
It's women's final time. Anna Glowinski from Street Velodrome guest team up against Maxine Philby. Anna won on their first encounter, don't forget. Maxine, though, the fastest loser from that contest. But then she won the rest of her races to be here, battling for gold.
Blue station.
Somebody is going to get the silver, and the other a huge smile, you can be sure. Away they go. This is going to be over before you know it. They both know each other extremely well, but not in this environment. Usually they do their slugging out on the mountainside, and it's a mountain to climb right now for Maxine Philby. She's already 0.4 back, but she narrows the gap. 0.2. Oh, the frisson between these two. They absolutely are the best of enemies when it comes to competition. Who's going to have the bragging rights at the end of today? Anna Glowinski right now. She takes that curve, looks smooth and handsome as she hits the line once more. Oh, a medal is beckoning. What colour will it be? The answer, oh, it's gold for Anna Glowinski. Silver for Maxine.
Street Velodrome 2014.
Oh, they'll bury the hatchet.
For Street Velodrome, Maxine.
Let's see the margin of victory. 1 bike length at the line. It was enough for Anna. Oh, and look at that. A generous winner. Let's hear from our beaten finalist.
It was just neck and neck. I could see Anna, and we were just crossing the line at the same time. It was just neck and neck, and neither of us knew who'd won at the end. It was just so close, but she just pipped me. It's always really good fun racing Anna. We both, we're really good friends off the track, but like I said, when we get on it, we're fiercely competitive. We're both racers, so we both push each other to the limit, which is good because we then race flat out.
Yeah, fantastic, and it obviously was really great, not just to win, but also to beat Maxine, because to be fair, she does beat me at most mountain bike races that we go to. We're sat in the van on the way back, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm the first loser this time. So yeah, it was really, really satisfying, and I'm super pleased with it.
Nicole Cook presenting the first medals of the Street Velodrome series. A huge success it has been. Great crowds and some fine riding towards those well-deserved medals. Anna Glowinski, our first women's champion. Ross Sharp, likewise for the men. Street Velodrome is on the move. Stevenage is next, Stockton in July, and don't forget Harewood House, the festival of cycling in support of the Grand Départ. It's been a joy.
Well, Street Velodrome leaves Manchester with 2 new champions, but most of all, a mass of new fans. It's been fast, fun, and the action goes on around the streets of Britain in 2014. Bye for now.